So hi everyone. So today we will begin the portion of Indian logic, that is the last three part in the logical reasoning chapter. This is a very important module because nowadays this has become one of the favorites of UGC net. They have started asking more than one question from this part itself. So you have to give very good importance for this part and you have to study that thoroughly. So I'll send you a few questions also from this after completing this chapter. So you have to work out with the questions. Also you have to understand how questions are asked. So be clear with the concept, because last time there were two questions for some exams from this portion itself. So two questions means 4 marks. So it's of really high importance. So that's why I'm mentioning it again and again. So study this area very well. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime because it's very important. Don't neglect or avoid this part. Okay. So these are the different things that you have to study in this module. First is two groups of Indian logic. Till now we have learned the Greek logic, right? The classical square of opposition, arguments and all these things, they were from the Greek logic. So now we are moving on to on Indian logic. So first of all we will learn the two types of Indian logic that prevailed in India, and then we will see which are the 6 schools of Indian philosophy, what are the differences, who were the founders of that. Then we will learn pramanas. There are 6 kind of pramanas. Then we have a few kinds of anumanas. Anumana means inference. So you know what inference is. Now you will see how Indian inference, the different terms in that and all. Then Hedvabhasa. Hedvabhasa means fallacies. So you will learn, you know the fallacies in Greek logic, the formal fallacies and the informal fallacies. Here you will learn which are the fallacies in Indian logic. So you have to be very thorough with all these terms. If you are from a Hindi background, this will be kind of easy for you, because although Sanskrit words, they are kind of related with the Hindi terms, but if otherwise you might find a bit difficult in getting those words. Sometimes it may be like same with your mother tongue, but anyway you have to be kind of good with those, at least those terms. Okay. So actually in Indian logic, there are two groups. Don't confuse it between the theist and the atheist logic, like someone who believes in God and the other one who doesn't believe in God. It is not that. This is people who believe in Vedas and those who do not believe in Vedas. So Astika are the group of people, or that kind of Indian logic in which they believed in Vedas. And when it comes to Nastika, that means they do not believe in Vedas. Okay. Next we have 6 schools of Indian logic. So next we will see about the 6 schools of Indian logic. First one is Nyaya. Nyaya was, the proponent was Gautama Buddha. Here it was the logical and analytical philosophy. It was a logical quest. Nyaya means logic. Logical quest for God and the phases of creation. Then comes Samkhya. The proponent was Kapil. Here the main aim or the goal was to eliminate physical and mental pain and to receive liberation. Here the importance was for consciousness. Then comes yoga, where the importance was for meditation, samadhi, contemplation, all these are the basic concepts. So here the proponent was Patanjali. Then comes Vaisheshika, whose proponent was Kanada, and here it was science of logic or the futility of Maya. Or here atom is the building block of all the items. That is, all the objects were they believed that all the objects were made up of atoms. Okay. Then comes Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa. Purva Mimamsa was proposed by Jaimini. Here there was a ritual explanation or interpretation. Their importance was for the interpretation of Vedas. There were Vedas, and those who followed this school of Indian philosophy, they tried to have an interpretation of Vedas. Okay. Okay. Or the karmic actions or the rituals or the sacrifices that were described in Vedas, they tried to interpret that. Then Uttar Mimamsa, it is otherwise called as Vedanta. It was proposed by Vedavyasa. Here what was important is the essence of Vedas, the divine nature of soul, Maya, creation, all these things had more importance. They went for the knowledge of reality. Okay. So they gave importance not only to Vedas but also to Upanishad, Gita and all. Okay. So I'll give you the notes for this. You can learn from that. have an understanding about what are the key terms in each of the Indian school. Like they'll sometimes ask you which school of Indian philosophy gave him thought every object has a every object is made up of atom. So you should know it is Vaisheshika. And similarly, they'll ask like which of the schools practiced meditation, and they'll give some options. So you have to be thorough with the key terms of each of the Indian schools of philosophy. Thank you.